All right, everyone, your favorite lawyer was just arrested the other day, actually, for attempted extortion and I think wire fraud, among other things. And there was like apparently a co-conspirator is named, but I don't think had been arrested. Not sure if that's still the case. And that's Avenatti, of course, creepy porn lawyer for Stormy Daniels, the one who briefly flirted with, a presidential bid, among other things. Basically, it's like the story of Icarus, and he flew way too close to the sun. Like, he got a big dick. Because he was getting his 15 minutes of fame. He had glommed onto the Stormy Daniels thing. He became a big name and did the hashtag Basta fucking cringy bullshit. And he liked the limelight, but then like he went bankrupt, I think, and there was non-payment of salaries or rent that he got in trouble for. And now there's this. Stormy Daniels had a falling out with him, basically had gotten screwed in the legal case, lost the case. And so Avenatti's name is now worth pretty much nothing. The only thing propping him up at this point are some fans who, I don't know, maybe they'll crowdfund a defense for him. In all honesty, they'll probably have to. Where else is he going to get the money? I think they're going to debar him, probably. He won't even be able to practice law anymore. A fitting end for someone who basically is a microcosm for what's going to happen to the legacy media. It's the same thing. You glom on any hack that happens to have a bitch with Donald Trump, because it's good at the time for your 15 minutes of fame. You use them up, drain them dry, and toss them aside, destroy their lives, and then you wonder why there are karmic implications, I suppose, thereafter. The people that are involved in this kind of work tend to be seedy individuals, kind of shady, shifty, not necessarily the sort of people that you'd want to associate with in private. He's got all sorts of problems. He's already had several significant legal problems in a short span of time. It's like watching someone's life implode. Now, here's the thing. I almost feel a little bit sorry for him, because I'm like, well, he's already faced significant repercussions, the loss of that business entity and getting dragged before court and stuff, losing his case and being embarrassed on a national stage. But in Avenatti's case, I guess he was trying to extort Nike or something. It looks like that. Like, he had made a tweet. I think he got arrested like 20, 30 minutes later. He'd made a tweet about a major conference about Nike doing something like underhand, and their stock, like, I guess, collapsed. Then he got arrested. People were like, what the fuck is going on? So, interesting story. Definitely something that we'll have to pay closer attention to, because, I mean, he could end up in a federal prison or something for that. I mean, wire fraud, fairly significant. These are white-collar charges. This isn't like, I think before, didn't his, like, ex say that he attacked her or something? And I think that hasn't gone anywhere as far as I know. I think that allegation, I think they detained him but didn't fully arrest him. This time he's out, I think, on a significant amount of bond, though, actually. So he's actually under charge at the moment. It would be wise, like, he makes dumb decisions, too. Like, he should know better as a lawyer. I know he's like a celeb lawyer, like, public persona as well. You'd think that he would not, do dumb shit. Like, if you're going to extort somebody, you don't make a tweet threatening their business, putting it out there for all the world to see and crazy stuff like that, unless he already knew, well, the gig is up here, so I'm going to go and fuck their stock, because that'll make it look conspiratorial and cool or something like that. Maybe wants a book deal. It'd be really funny if he would write a tell-all. That'd be something worth reading. Yeah, I'd probably read Avenatti's book just to see what incoherent, weird shit. Yeah, he should write it in the form of tweets. Like, literally, he just makes tweets and then slaps the images into the book and sort of tells his story. In 200 tweets or less, telling the story about, his very short but esteemed career of basically doing nothing. Like, what cases is he winning here? It doesn't make any sense, and now people are going to avoid him like the plague because they see Stormy Daniels, the main case that gives him that fame. He loses. She, doesn't save face whatsoever in the situation. She gets totally mistreated. It was funny how people are like, oh, yeah, Stormy Daniels getting screwed again, like men keep abusing her. It's like, you're trying to attack Trump as part of, Avenatti being a bullshitter, which appears to have been the case. That doesn't make much sense. It has nothing to do with Donald Trump. But that's what they're trying to construe it as, some of his fans. It's funny how many people still apparently like the dude, just because he is never Trump. He doesn't like Donald Trump, and so you're going to support him despite the fact of all of these allegations against him. He gets actually arrested. It's not just like, oh, hey, you extorted someone, or someone's just saying it. He gets actually arrested and charged with this, and now he's going to have to go into court to face these charges, fairly significant ones. And he almost makes the case for the prosecution when he makes that tweet about Nike. in regards to the extortion case, at the very least, it's very, very strange to me that people would look at that and not see that as evidence that something is maybe terribly wrong here. And if you look at the other things that have been said about him, including by Stormy, as well as I think his other ex or whatever case that was, if you look at those allegations, what it looks like is you're looking at a very ruthless, slightly unhinged individual who has difficulty maybe coping with the world and is like lashing out constantly. Again, much of this is just allegation, but you know, his shine wore away fairly quickly, leaving behind only a small core fan base that apparently still thinks he's the Messiah. You know, if you run polls, who do you want to run for president as a Democrat? He'll still actually have people supporting him now. It's a little bit like Beto there. I mean, he's actually still got supporters, even after talking about eating magic dirt and insulting his wife during his campaign speech. That's about all. Peace out.